Welcome back to the channel that does all the Kickstarter reviews of tarot cards. Today we have the Atomic Cat Tarot by Wendy Miller. The description on the back of the box basically says a journey into the retro-futuristic world where the wisdom of tarot meets mid-century modern atomic designs and some very cool cats. So the box is awesome. I love the little flip open and the magnetic tuck. It's a very high quality, very sturdy box. It's going to last a long time. It has a lot of final touches on it. The only thing I wish it had is on, well, I take that back. The spine does have the name on it as well, but I didn't notice that earlier. It says, this full tarot deck features 78 cards and a guidebook celebrating space, age, design, while honoring traditional tarot symbolism and wisdom. A must-have for cat lovers and tarot readers prepared to be launched into a possum world. And then if you want to purchase the deck, I'm assuming it says cardtobelieve.com if you're looking for this deck. She might have extra ones, I'm not sure at the current time, when you're watching this. But this launched in 2025. The reasons that I like this deck a lot is because of the style. I love the stars on here, and it reminds me of like the Jetsons kind of artwork style, that, like they said, that retro mid-century modern. Also has a very nice limited color palette, and the shapes that she's using repeat throughout the deck, so it gives it a nice consistent look. I am a big fan of the design. I also like the borders on this deck. I think they complement it very well. It makes the text easy to read, which I also want to say props on picking out the right text. Sometimes I feel like decks kind of miss the mark, but the text is easy to read and it fits the theme of the deck itself. It's not taking away, it's not distracting or anything like that. I also like that in her book, she has the symbols on the pages to go along with what suit they're in, so that was a nice touch as well. The book, however, I will get to that in a minute because I'm going to read a card for you guys, is a little short. There are some basic things about tarot, how to read your cards, and then the meanings are just one page long, maybe about 2 to 3 sentences for the upright and 2 to 3 sentences for the reverse. So I do like that they've included the upright and the reverse. I know some people don't read the reverse. I personally like to. The stock itself, though, is very nice. I like the sheen shine. It is a good quality stock. It's not too thick. It's not flimsy and thin, so that's good. It is also the same standard size that you'd find most tarot decks. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what other Kickstarter projects you want to see me back or you've backed in the past, because I'm kind of always looking out for them. I know I said that I was going to do them a little bit less, but I think I'm just going to limit how many I do per year as far as backing on Kickstarter. If you're launching one as well, go ahead and drop it down and I will give it a look. But what card do you guys enjoy out of this deck, or what has drawn you to this deck? Just leave me a comment on that as well, because I like to hear that. The Three of Swords on this deck, I would say, is probably one of my favorite cards. I loved how the heart was like an atomic bomb exploding. I just thought that was a neat way to capture the artwork as well and the meaning. But again, see, I think that these are all very playful colors, even though some of these have like very serious meanings. And the stars, they're so cute on here. So I am a huge fan just because I love cats. I love anything cosmic space, so that's right up my alley. This is the back, so I did notice that the cats all had different color eyes, which I do like a lot. If you're doing reversals or concerned about it, I mean, they're not exactly mirrored, but I think it's such a minimal difference that you're not really going to know if the deck is facing one way or the other when you're doing your shuffles. So let's go ahead and show how the deck shuffles. So again, I think they are easy to shuffle. The traditional style of shuffling cards is what I would use most, but they do go well hand over hand, and if you fan them out, they were pretty easy to like randomly select a card. So I think any way you want to shuffle this, you're not going to have a problem. Again, they chose the right type of cardstock and size, so it did make shuffling them easier. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for the collective. I will also flip a coin if you want to ask your questions. focus on them now. This will be the first question you answer, and we got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to read the upright and the reverse for the card, just so you get an idea of how the book reads. But Seven of Pentacles, upright. Patience, long-term investment, and waiting for results. You've put in the work. Now it's time to trust the process. Growth takes time, so don't dig up the seeds if they're sprouting. The reversed. You've put in the work, but where are the results? Frustration is real. Whether it's slow progress or wasted effort, if something's not paying off, it might be time to tweak the plan or just have a little more patience. So if you like that sort of short description, it's good. I think it is nice if you're learning how to read. Also, these cards, the artwork isn't overwhelming, so I feel like you can get a good intuitive read off the colors. If you know numerology and those sort of things as well. But like I said, there's a symbol on the pages with the book, and I like that as well. It makes it easier to find. So let's get to the add-ons and the stretch goals that were unlocked. Like you saw, there was a lot of stickers that unlocked, and that was kind of the progression after a certain point, is that there would be more stickers. We also got the postcards, and I got a coin with it as well. So I will show you all three of the design of this one so you can see the comparison in the size. But the postcard is a standard postcard, I think a 4x6 or maybe a 5x7. Either way, it's a standard postcard. The backs are pretty simple. They're on a thicker cardstock, which I do like. Me personally, I don't use postcards, so they're nice to have, but not something I really look forward to. I enjoy the stickers the most. Okay, so now go ahead and take a minute to think about your question, and we will flip the coin. And it looks like the answer is yes to whatever you were thinking about. Sorry I didn't give you a little bit longer to prep for that, but let me know what you enjoyed about this Kickstarter. And like I said, if there's other Kickstarters you want to see or have heard of, just go ahead and drop a link down below. I love seeing those guys. And I'll see you next time.